Welcome to Miss Antonson and Miss Donaldson's English video lesson for CST Bootcamp Day 2. You should only be watching this video if you have already completed the Do Now for today. Before we review the Do Now, we're going to turn to the back of our paper and go through the champs under direct instruction. It is very important that we follow the champs for the use of computers. So let's go through that at this time to make sure we understand what's expected of us while we work on the computers. For C, our conversation level should be at a volume level 0 100% of the time. That means that we are not talking any time during use of the computers, except for if we need help, which is to raise your hand and wait until the instructor is able to come over and answer your question. The activity we expect you to be working on is staying on only the websites assigned. Respect the materials as they are very expensive. For movement, do not get out of your seat without permission. For participation, we expect to see you working independently, which means by yourself only. There are no times you will do partner work or group work during the computer lessons. Now we need to go down, move down a little bit and sign that we understand the expectations while we're on the computer. So we're going to say I and write in our names. Understand that I must follow the computer use champs 100% of the time while I am at the station. I have been assigned this rotation as an opportunity for review of the concepts covered previously. That says yesterday, but we mean previously. If I abuse, treat poorly, that's what abuse means, the resources at this station, I will receive a phone call home and will no longer be allowed to use the computers. Okay, please go ahead and sign and date this at this time. If you need to pause before you move on, please do so. Okay, now you should be ready to review the Do Now if you have signed your champs contract. So let's first look at the objective for today. The objective states, students will be able to define and identify simple, compound complex, and compound complex sentences by matching each with an example and an exit slip with at least 80% accuracy. Please go ahead and show me on your fingers what your current level of understanding is. Now, we haven't done this before, so I expect to see a lot of 2s being bubbled in today. Okay, let's move on to number 2. The second thing we're going to do is read a paragraph. The following paragraph is a draft of the student's report. Then we're going to select the best answer to the question after reading the paragraph. So let's start by reading the paragraph. As you can see, each sentence in the paragraph is numbered so that you will be able to answer the questions more easily. Okay, so let's start at sentence 1. It took centuries to develop the smooth, rich ice cream we enjoy today. Vanilla is the most popular flavor. The early Romans invented water ices. In the 1600s, Europeans created ice cream by freezing cream, a mixture of spices and all kinds of fruits. Marco Polo was the first European to sample ice milk when he visited China 700 years ago. The English colonists came to the New World. They brought their ice cream recipes with them. Okay, let's look at the questions that we need to answer. Question number 1. Which revisions, if any, should be made to sentence 1? Okay, so that's telling me I need to go back to sentence 1 and reread that sentence carefully so I can see if I think it needs any revision. Okay, so sentence 1 again is, it took centuries to develop the smooth, rich ice cream we enjoy today. Okay, so at first glance and reading, that sounds pretty okay to me. Let's see if there's a better way to state that sentence. A, the smooth, rich ice cream took centuries to develop that we enjoy today. Okay. Well, I see that sounds a little bit awkward. So I'm going to go on to B and see how that sounds. We enjoy today the smooth, rich ice cream that took centuries to develop. That sounds a little bit better. Let me try rereading it because I'm not sure. We enjoy today the smooth, rich ice cream that took centuries to develop. Okay, so that's basically saying the same thing but in the opposite order. Let me move on to C. Today we enjoy smooth, rich ice cream. Okay, this sentence doesn't have that it took centuries to develop. So from the process of elimination, I know for sure that it's not C. So I'm going to go ahead and cross off C. I know that A sounds really awkward, so I'm going to cross off A. I know for sure it's not that. Let me see if D is a good choice. D says best as is. Best as is. I think that means that the sentence is best if I keep it the same. So let's look again. It took centuries to develop the smooth, rich ice cream we enjoy today. That really sounds good to me. Let's see B. We enjoy today the smooth, rich ice cream that took centuries to develop. Okay, this sentence sounds okay, but I think I like it better the way that it reads, the fluency or the flow of the sentence in sentence 1. So I'm going to select D, best as is. Okay, if you selected B, you are correct. Let's look at question number 2. Which of the following is the best way to combine sentence 6 and 7? Okay, combine. Okay, I know that word means to put together. So let me go up and read 6 and 7. If I'm going to put sentence 6 and 7 together in one sentence, I need to know what they say. Number 6 is, the English colonists came to the New World. They brought their ice cream recipes with them. Okay, so those are sentence 6 and sentence 7. How do those go together best? Let's look at A. When English colonists came to the New World, they brought their ice cream recipes with them. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Let's see what B says. Because English colonists came to the New World, they brought their ice cream recipes with them. Okay, well, the story doesn't say anything about because the English colonists brought it. It's not a result of. So I'm going to cross out B. I know through the process of elimination that's incorrect. C says the English colonists came to the New World, but they brought their ice cream recipes with them. Well, why would it say but? We want them to bring it, so that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to cross out C. I know that's not correct. Let's look at D. They brought their ice cream recipes with them, and the English colonists came to the New World. Okay, so it's starting off by saying they brought their ice cream recipes with them, and it's not talking about who they are. So I think it's not D, because I like how the sentence starts with English colonists. That's letting us know who they are, not just saying they, right? We want to know specifically who. So that leaves us with A. When English colonists came to the New World, comma, they brought their ice cream recipes with them. That sounds great, and it looks grammatically correct. So I'm going to circle A. Okay. The next question is question number 3. Which of the following is the most effective way to improve the organization of the paragraph? Let's take a look. A. Delete sentence 1. Sentence 1, I'm going to go check it out. It took centuries to develop the smooth, rich ice cream we enjoy today. Well, that's kind of the topic sentence, so I know that's really important. I don't want to take that out. That's not going to improve it. So I'm going to cross off A. Choice B. Delete sentence 2. Let's go look at sentence 2. Sentence 2. Vanilla is the most popular flavor. Okay. That doesn't really have anything to do with the main idea that it took centuries to develop smooth, rich ice cream we enjoy today. I know by what we learned yesterday in class that is probably the correct answer. So I'm going to just put an asterisk by it because I think that's the answer, but I want to check out C and D just to make sure. I'm not going to just move on. All right, C says place sentence 1 after sentence 7. So let me go back up here. Sentence 1 is the topic sentence, and it introduces the main idea. So if we put that at the end, Will that better organize the sentence? Let's see. They brought their ice cream recipes with them. It took centuries to develop the smooth, rich ice cream we enjoy today. To me, that doesn't make any sense because sentence 1 introduces what the whole paragraph is about. It seems better organized if it's in the beginning. So I'm going to cross off option C. Choice D says place sentence 6 after sentence 3. So let me look at sentence 6. It says, the English colonists came to the New World. If I move that to after sentence 3, the early Romans invented water ices, the English colonists came to the New World, then I skip all sentence 4 and 5, which is about Europeans, which Romans I know are Europeans, and so that information is supposed to go after sentence 3. Also, another way I can tell that it is not D is that sentence 6 and 7 go together. So if I move 6, then it can't be combined with sentence 7. Okay, so I'm going to cross off D, and I'm going to give myself a high five because B, the answer I thought it was, is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and circle B, and if you got B, you are correct. You should now be ready to go ahead and move on to check out what your first lesson you're going to do is. So, out of your folders, you need to get out your progress tracker. This is what you'll be doing every single day after you complete your Do Now. The very first thing you do before you move on to any computer lessons is check your progress tracker.
All right. So now that you have your tracker out, we're going to check out the different lessons that we've already completed. Obviously, this is our first day. We haven't completed any lessons, so we have nowhere to start from. If we don't have anything here, the next point that we'll look at is at our website. So you have, right now, just come from the page that says Bootcamp Do Nows. You'll click on the tab at the top that says CST Bootcamp. What will come up is a screen full of many of the different lessons that we'll have. And if I look closely, I see that each of these titles match the titles on the tracker. So I see sentence structure here, sequence here. I also see sentence structure here and sequence here. Now, you might be guessing, why are there some buttons that are orange and why are there some buttons that are black? What we're going to do is only the lessons that are orange are the videos that you are able to access at this time. I can see that most of the lessons right now are black. That means I'm not allowed to do them yet. I do see that all of the lesson sections for sentence structure are highlighted orange. This means that this is a lesson that I can begin starting today. I have to start with lesson 1. I'm not going to start with lesson 3. I'm not going to start with the quiz. I only can start with lesson 1. When I'm ready to begin, I'll click lesson 1 and it will bring me to the YouTube video for our first lesson on sentence structure. Go ahead and find that button and link to the next lesson.